Viganesi here, where you learn how to cook, speak Tagalog, and have some fun. We are at the tail end of winter and still freezing our buns off. That is why today we will be making sopas! I don't know why I never thought of making it before, but when I tried it last week, my husband and my kids really enjoyed it. I hope you will too. So let's get started. Before we get started, I want to show you the ingredients that we're going to put here. All this green stuff and vegetables. And the pasta that we're going to be using is the small one. I normally use this brown rice elbow pasta, but today we'll be making this tiny version of elbow pasta. Before we get started, we need to make the cashew milk. We start by placing half a cup of cashews with 2 cups of water in a mason jar and letting it sit overnight in the fridge. This is the half of cashew that we soaked last night, and we're just going to drain it. Make sure you soak this overnight. If you don't have an overnight, just soak it the day, like at least 4 hours or 8 hours. So just rinse it once more. And we put it in our blender. If you don't want to do this process, you can buy your own cashew milk. Put half a cup of cashew to the blender. We also have a short video on how we make our cashew milk. This is just a plain cashew milk, but if you want to know how to make the cashew milk that we made before with agave and vanilla, you can check our video. Okay, so now we put 2 cups of water in this one. And I put it into high. Blend it for 1 minute. Our cashew milk is done. We're just going to put it aside and we're going to prepare our vegetables. We will need 1.5 cups of these chopped carrots. We'll put it here and half. We're gonna chop our celery and we will need 1 cup of this. So is this 1 cup?
Yep. Cha-ching!
Okay, we are going to be cooking this, okay, mga anak? Okay, I chop more because the kids just mostly eat all of the things that I already chopped. That's what happens when you cook with kids. I use this organic black oyster mushroom. It's about 150 grams. This is what gives a good flavor on our sopas. Mushroom. The mushroom, we are going to shred it like this.
Ooh, I want that.
Gonna do it? We're making it faster because it takes forever. This is kale. I cut the stem off. Not you don't necessarily need to cut that because that's eatable. Kale is a cruciferous vegetable. And you just chop it. So normally with sopas, you use cabbage. You can, I sometimes use Savoy cabbage, but my husband suggested to put kale, and I actually tried putting kale, and it's actually pretty good. And I like the deep green color of the kale. You get more vitamins on deep green colors. So this is about 6 leaves of kale. We need 1 medium size of onion. And we will be needing 4 cloves of garlic. And I also chop at least like a lot of garlic for our toppings. Can probably chop at least 8 cloves of garlic. The ones that we're going to fry for our topping, we are going to chop it very finely. And this is how much fine you need it for the topping. First, we're going to fry our garlic for the toppings. Let's warm up the pot. Little break of hugs. Hug break. Nom nom. So I think it's hot now. Put the grapeseed oil. Fry roast the garlic for the topping.
I know when the garlic is good enough.
You wanna try it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought onions is also.
Okay. because Sylvia wants to try if it sizzles. No, it did not sizzle.
No, it's starting to bubble.
Now we'll put all the garlic. So we're cooking the topping first. And you have to keep mixing it so that it doesn't get burned. Okay, just from high temperature, I just lower it to a little bit over medium. And you cook this until you get that crunchy golden garlic. This is how golden brown you want it. Crisp and smells so good. We're just going to put it in a bowl. So just transfer it in our bowl and put it aside for later. And some just jump because they don't want to get eaten. That's fine. To continue cooking, we're just going to use the same pot. We're going to warm up the pot again, which is actually warm already. We'll just put a half a teaspoon of grapeseed oil. And then we saute our onion and garlic. Together with a teaspoon of fresh thyme, because I love thyme. I'm a thyme queen. This thyme is still from my garden actually last summer. So you saute this for at least 30 seconds. We add our carrots and celery. Celery. That's 1 cup of celery. 1.5 cup of chopped carrots. We continue sauteing this for 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes is done. We are going to add 6 cups of veggie broth. You can add homemade broth or store-bought broth. If you buy the store-bought one, just make sure you get the low sodium. We need 6 cups of this. You can also use veggie cubes. We also have to add our black oyster mushroom. We're going to bring the stove temperature into high and bring this to boil. Now it's boiling and we are going to add our 1 cup of elbow pasta. And then we bring it to boil again and cook this for 5 minutes in medium heat temperature. I like to mix it in between because the pasta likes to get stuck at the bottom. There you go, and cover it again and continue cooking. 5 minutes is done. You don't want to cook the pasta completely because you still have to keep going cooking. You don't want to overcook it. But make sure you scrape the bottom so that there's no pasta get stuck in there. So after 5 minutes, we add 2 cups of cashew milk that we just made. So originally, the original recipe used evaporated milk, and of course we're vegan. We use cashew milk, and cashew milk gives that creaminess of the sopas. Let's bring this to boil. It's now boiling. You can add salt and pepper if it needs some adjusting. I add at least half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of salt. And then put some pepper. And last but not the least, we put our greens. You don't want your greens to be overcooked. That. It's looking so creamy. Now you bring this to boil and just let it cook for at least 1 minute. This soup is best to eat right away while the pasta does not absorb the soup, because once it gets absorbed, this soup becomes thick. I mean, it's still good, but we like to eat it right away. So this is the time when you need to adjust the salt and pepper if needed. And the soup is done. It's time for us to try it. So comforting, I have to say. So creamy. That the cashew gives that creaminess to it. So delicious. And the greens is making it wholesome. That's what we're looking for. We want a wholesome food.
The most Seriously. I love mommy's food.
I don't know why I did not make this before. This is so good. You should try it. If you want the complete ingredients list and the written recipe, just please visit our website veganessi.com and let me know how you like it. Alright? Someone is really enjoying it. Oh my goodness, you can tell. Give it a try.
Done.
It's done. Alright, we are full, I guess. The kids are full. I'm still not done. But please don't go anywhere and stay tuned for our Tagalog time.
Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to Zelvia's and Alea's Wall of Learning. Sige mga kaibigan, tayo ay matuto. Handa na ba kayo? Ito ay supas. Sopas. Sopas. Gatas. Magatas. Magatas.